separation or divorce, if you've been through either of these or your marriage or relationships are kind of on the rocks, this video is for you. These words carry weight. They don't just break marriages, they shake identities, confidence, and stability. Here's the truth. No matter how strong you think you are, going through a separation will test you in ways you never expected. But here's the good news. Resilience isn't about avoiding pain. It's about learning how to rise stronger through it. And that's what today it's all about. Pause. Before we jump in, hit that subscribe and turn on notifications. Every other week, I drop different tools to help you reset, stay resilient, and lead stronger. Don't want you to miss out. Quick story. I'll never forget the season when my marriage ended. I was leading, still showing up, doing everything. But inside, I was carrying that shame, self-doubt, just a storm of questions. Am I failing as a parent now, as a leader, as a man? I try to keep work and home separate. That doesn't work. When your foundation shakes at home, the ripple effects does follow you into your workplace. My focus slipped. My patience ran thick, and I felt like I was just leading on empty. That season nearly broke me, but it also built me up because it taught me resilience isn't pretending everything's fine, which I was doing a lot of. Resilience truly is finding ways to keep moving forward while your whole entire world feels like it's upside down. So what actually happens to our mind during separation or a divorce? First, the stress response. Divorce is ranked as the second most stressful event, just behind the death of a spouse. It activates that fight or flight part of your brain, the cortisol, that spikes up, sleep quality drops, and decision making suffers. Second, the identity crisis. Psychologists call it Rolexing. You're not just losing a partner, you're losing routines, identity markers, and a sense of future. Other studies link this to higher risk of depression and anxiety. Third, the spillover effect. A meta-analysis in the Journal of Health and Social Behavior shows marital disruption increases workplace absenteeism, lowers concentration, and raises burnout risk. So if you think this is just going to be an issue at home, it is going to carry over into your workplace and affect productivity. Here's the key insight. What you're feeling isn't weakness. It's biology, it's psychology, it's normal, it's human. The challenge and the opportunity is learning how to regulate it so you can keep showing up at work and at home, or at home and at work. If you're in this season, here are 3 research-backed ways to strengthen your mind. First and foremost, from my Failure Fuels Growth framework, name it to tame it. Dr. Matthew Lieberman at UCLA found labeling emotions reduces activity in the brain, the fear center, helping you regulate stress. Say it loud. I feel angry. I feel sad. I feel afraid. Naming the storm calms the storm. Daily anchors. Start non-negotiable routines. Harvard research shows habits protect mental health by creating stability in unstable times. For me, I started doing morning workout routines, evening reflections. For some of you, it could be journaling, prayer, or just time with your kids. Reframe the story. Studies on post-traumatic growth reveal people often emerge from divorce with greater personal strength and appreciation for life. They realize that not everything's guaranteed. If they learn to view the struggle as fuel, that keeps it from just being a failure. And here's the part many leaders skip: getting help. Therapy works. Cognitive behavior therapy reduces relapse of depression by nearly 50%. Community matters. There's a study done by Southwick and Charney in 2012 that found that peer support systems are critical for resilience. Whether it's a men's group, a women's circle, or trusted mentor, don't isolate yourself. Third, professional resources. Many organizations offer EAP, aka Employee Assistance Programs. Using them doesn't make you weak, it shows wisdom. It shows that you don't mind using your resources. Resilient people aren't those who just push through alone. They're ones that know how to reach out for help. It took me years, but once I realized it made a difference. One of the biggest lessons for me, especially through this process, came through co-parenting. After my divorce, I had to learn how to share responsibility, communicate differently, and adapt to a new family rhythm. At first, it felt like a constant negotiation, but over time, I realized this is leadership in action, and this is how we tie it together. Great leaders adapt, communicate, and put the mission first. In this case, the mission was my son, Michael Laidler Jr.'s well-being. That shift taught me something powerful. Resilience grows when you shift the focus from what you lost to what you're building. The same applies in organizations. When leaders face change, focusing on what's possible moves them forward. Think about that. Let's talk about resilience itself. There's a book by Dr. Duckworth called Grit, and the work shows that grit is essentially the ability to persevere with passion. It's one of the strongest predictors of success. Divorce can become a training ground for grit if you learn how to keep moving toward your values even when the road is hard. One of my favorite books by Carol Dweck deals with the growth mindset. And that research shows that people who see challenge as opportunities learn to recover faster. Instead of asking, why me? Start asking, what can I learn? And finally, emotional regulation. This is by James Gross out of Stanford. He found that leaders regulate their emotions, that they just don't recover faster, they make decisions better under stress. That's critical in both boardrooms and break rooms. I want to try something right now. Think about one area of your life that feels unsettled. Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's work, maybe it's both. Give yourself this question. What's one small action I can take this week to bring stability back? It doesn't have to be huge. It could be one honest conversation, one commitment to exercise, one moment to rest. Write it down, notes on your phone, because these small actions compound into big resilience. Here's the bottom line. Separation and divorce will shake you up. It will shake you up, but it doesn't have to shatter you. When you build empathy for yourself, when you anchor your mindset, and when you reach out for help, you don't just survive, you grow. And that growth makes you a better parent, a stronger professional, and a more resilient leader. Before I get too excited, if this message resonated with you, hit the like, share it with someone who needs encouragement today, and drop a comment with one strategy you're using to build resilience. And if your organization is looking for a leadership speaker who helps leaders turn setbacks into strength, let's connect. All my information is in the description, so check it out. It has my calendar link, my website, all my social media handles. And remember, I'm Michael Laidler, and I truly believe failure fuels growth.